Pain is inevitable. From the moment we take our first breath, we become acquainted with discomfort, scraped knees, growing pains, heartbreak, loss, and disappointment. Pain is part of the human experience, woven into the very fabric of life. It arrives sometimes as a whisper, a dull ache reminding us of our vulnerability, or as a storm, sudden and overwhelming, taking our breath away. No one can escape pain. Yet in the midst of this unavoidable reality, there's a notion both simple and profound. Suffering is optional. To understand this, it's important to recognize the difference between pain and suffering. Pain is immediate and physical, tied to an event, a twisted ankle, the loss of a loved one, the sting of rejection. It is what happens to us. Suffering, on the other hand, is the story our minds tell about the pain, the meaning and narrative we attach to it. When we replay a hurtful moment again and again, when we let worries about tomorrow fester, we move from feeling pain to inhabiting suffering. Consider a thorn in the foot. The initial prick is pain, sharp, direct, unmistakable. But if we refuse to remove the thorn, if we nurse resentment or wish things were otherwise, we magnify our distress. Each thought, each rumination spirals, giving rise to suffering. The pain itself might fade, but clinging to the injustice or the memory keeps suffering alive. What makes suffering optional is our power of choice. While we can't always avoid pain, it comes with loss, love, and growth. We can choose how we respond. We can learn to observe pain without letting it define or control us. By accepting pain as part of life, instead of fighting or denying it, we loosen its grip. This acceptance doesn't mean resignation or giving up hope for better days. Rather, it's a radical act of courage, to be present with our pain without making it worse. It gives us freedom. We stop blaming ourselves or others for what hurts and start focusing on what we can do with it. Resilience is born here, in that tiny but powerful space between what happens to us and how we choose to meet it. Some find comfort in meditation or mindfulness, observing their thoughts without judgment. Others channel their pain into creativity, expression, or service to others. With practice, we can notice when suffering arises and gently bring our attention back to the present, acknowledging pain but letting go of the extra burden. Pain lets us know we're alive. It teaches us empathy, reminding us that every person carries their own invisible scars. It can motivate us to change, to end unhealthy habits, to seek connection, to cherish joy more deeply because we understand loss. Suffering, by contrast, isolates us, convincing us we are alone or powerless. Life will continue to offer both pain and pleasure, challenge and ease. That is the nature of being human. When pain visits, as it surely will, we can welcome it as a teacher, a signal that something matters. We can sit with it, breathe through it, allow it to pass. And in letting go of unnecessary suffering, we open ourselves to peace and to gratitude, even in the hardest times. We may not get to choose whether we feel pain, but we can choose not to let suffering shroud our days. Through acceptance, awareness, and compassion, both for ourselves and others, we find the strength to move forward. In doing so, we honor the truth that while pain is inevitable, suffering remains always an option.